Good morning and welcome back to the Wilton Report. I know it has been a minute, maybe 3 minutes since we've met. End of the summer. What can you do? So I'd love to tell you there's a lot going on in the Princeton market, and there is from a development perspective. We'll talk about that in a few weeks. But from the perspective of resale inventory, it's a little bit tight. We're going to kind of go into it today. We're going to go into it in a high level of detail, showing you what's going on in the local market. So just as a reminder, we do have our fall market seminar coming up. It will be October 19th, 10:15 a.m. Again, if you're thinking of buying, if you're thinking of selling, if you're an investor, if you're a tenant, whatever, it doesn't matter. We cover the market in a great deal of detail. Not only do we cover Princeton, we cover West Windsor, Montgomery, Franklin. We go far as north as Hillsborough, depending on the audience, Hopewell. So we really do an in-depth analysis of the local markets, plural, what's happening, the trends, what we're seeing, and then obviously we cover strategies to buy, sell, and or invest. There is no pressure on you as the consumer. It is straight data. So if you want to see me absolutely nerd out on numbers, you can attend in person or on Zoom. Just text seminar to 609-773-8054. We'll send you the Zoom link or sign you up to come here to the office in person. We always have some treats for those who come down to the office. So that's that. And just as a reminder, we are more than just a real estate company. And I have to say, my 3-year anniversary with my own company was in August. It's incredible. I will tell you what has evolved since those first days. So obviously we have Queenston Realty, we have Queenston Referral Associates. If you're a licensee looking to place their license, property management, an abstract company, and an ADU development company. So Princeton Home Connections is our ADU development company. So if you're a single family homeowner in Princeton and you want to know if you can develop an ADU, go to PrincetonHomeConnections.com. Like I'm telling you, you may want to develop an ADU, you may want to rent it, you may want to sell it, you may want to live in it, you may want to have your kids live in it, you may want to have your parents or grandparents live in it, whatever. Check it out. It's very cool. It's happening. We do have an ADU coming to the market on a resale perspective in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that. It's in the Littlebrook neighborhood. It is sweet. Princeton Property Management Services. I'm very excited about the direction of this company. Brought in a new partner, Dominic. He's awesome. You can always check us out at PrincetonPropertyManagementServices.com. If you're in Princeton or driving through Princeton and you see any of these signs around town, that's us. Like that's our new sign for those. Those are off-market rentals that we manage for landlords, and we actually have some of the premier buildings in Princeton. So keep an eye out for those signs as things progress. And again, if you ever have any questions, just text me. That is the fastest way. Do not email me. I was just telling somebody today, it can be a day before I can get to my email. It's just the days are very busy. So let's just take a look at, national data, okay? And again, if you don't follow Lance Lambert on Twitter, if you're not on Twitter for political objection, that's fine. He's on LinkedIn as well. 2024, like that's where we're at. So we are out of the worst of the pandemic years in terms of inventory on a national level. However, we are very far from what would be considered a normal market on a national perspective in terms of homes for sale. People are hanging on to low rates. They've become landlords. Housing is lucrative if you got into it prior to 2020, 2019, whatever. So this is a look at the housing inventory from August 23. I love his overlays to August 2024. And if you look at New Jersey, right, we have 16% more inventory in New Jersey, which is really awesome. Florida, 66% more inventory. California, 41% more inventory. Why do I point out those states? Because they're the most populous states or some of the most populous states. Texas, 35% more inventory. What's happening in Florida? Insurance costs have probably quadrupled, which means HOA costs have probably quadrupled. So the condo market in Florida is going through a correction. I'm not an expert on Florida. However, from what I've been told, it's the center of the state that is feeling it the worst. Then the West Coast, the East Coast, less so, just because of a desirability factor. So we will watch that. It doesn't really impact us. That being said, if you've been waiting to buy in Florida a condo, you're going to probably want to do that in the next 12 to 24 months as prices go down. So good opportunity to buy down there. So that's the national picture. New Jersey's up 16% year over year. Awesome. However, since 2019, August to 2024, August, we're still down 65%. That is a fact. And I'm going to show you locally what's happening in Princeton. Florida is only up 6% net when you look at it. California is down 28% compared to August 2019. So there is far less inventory on the market across the country than there was pre-pandemic. It just is what it is. People are still hunkered down, which is fine. So I've been tracking this as we broadcast, and I do apologize. I've not broadcast in a minute, but on June 20th, 2024, there was 57 homes for sale in Princeton, which, by the way, is catastrophically low. It is very, very low. 47% of the market was above $2 million at the time. Fast forward to July 10th, 2024, we went down to 47 homes for sale in Princeton. It got down into the low 40s at its lowest earlier in the year. It was pretty bad. There was basically nothing for sale. 59% of that, 47 homes, was above $2 million. That is bad. You need diversity in housing. You need starter homes. You need affordable homes. You need condos. You need everything. So 59%, I can't quite see my own screen, 59% of the market was above $2 million in July. Fast forward to today, 9/12/2024, back to 57 homes for sale in Princeton. The percentage of homes above 2 million dropped to 43. However, and I know people don't like this word, there is context to that drop. So this is a screen grab, right? That of something that we in the real estate space look at. This is the available homes in Princeton, low to high. So 10 Humbert Place, ironically, just came back on the market. I've always liked that particular unit. That is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, freestanding house downtown. Needs a renovation, and there might be some parking issues, but that just came back on the market. Then you have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit in Palmer Square for $635. Like, that's a 1-bedroom apartment. 238 John Street just came on at $679. So when you look at it, that's what's for sale. However, I want to bring your attention to the green arrows. Those are price reductions, okay? Those are homes that have seen the seller make the decision to lower their price. We have not seen that. Now, does that mean prices are falling? No. That means the sellers overshot what they thought the market would bear for their home, period. Prices are still going up, believe it or not. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of it. So when you go to the upper end, sorry, that's the same screen grab. I apologize. So you're just seeing some homes reduce. So then the consumer says, hey, prices are coming down. They're not. They're not. And I will show you that they're not. So again, this is Princeton Homes for Sale. This is single family detached, $999 to $1,650,000. There are 10 of them, but let's go through them one at a time. And then why do I show this? Because this seems to be the most popular price point that people would look in for a single family home. I have a lot of customers in this price segment myself. 140 Quaker Road. It's in a flood zone. Great house, but it's in a flood zone. 339 Hamilton Avenue. Great house, downtown, sidewalk to town, in a flood zone. That's why they haven't sold, in my opinion. 288 Cherry Hill Road. Awesome house, busy road, right? It's actually price-wise a good value, but you have to make the offset of a busy road. It also is that very cool stone house on the left as you're driving up Cherry Hill Road, so it is a little bit different. Drake's Corner Road is a development lot, right? Cherry Valley Road, cool modern house, right? The first floor primary bedroom. It's not for everybody because parents don't like to be separated from their kids. 660 Lake Drive took a huge price reduction, I think $300,000 if I'm not mistaken. However, the house is primarily a knockdown, and the seller, from what I understand, put a deed restriction that whomever buys it can't redevelop the lot for 10 years, right? That's insane. And you guys know how I feel about restricting use of real estate. Bad. Hawthorne Avenue, it's actually a great house. They have it advertised as a 4-bedroom, and it technically is. However, one of the bedrooms, right, you walk through to the attic, it's quite small. So it's really kind of like a 3-bedroom house, even though it's legally a 4-bedroom. 50 𝐂𝐓, I got to tell you, that's in the buy box. Like it's a good value overall. However, they started dramatically high and are now lowering it to catch up with the market. And 2 Andrews Lane, we just put that on the market. I know it has offers already. 50 𝐂𝐓 has I would say, a unique floor plan. So, 9 Morgan Place, which I skipped over, is a renovation. It's not new construction. It's renovation. It's a Cape Cod. It's cool, but it's got a unique floor plan. So these type of houses are sitting, right? Even though 2 Andrews has an offer, a couple of these could have offers. There's just not a lot of normal product out there. Everything seems to have an issue with it, right? So just, be close with your associate, talk through the pros and cons as you go through each one. So why do I share that with you? I share that with you because there's not a lot out there. This is what I mean when I say prices are not coming down in Princeton. So I want you to kind of look at this trend. And for those of you listening on Spotify, I will read you the numbers, okay? Through August 31st in 2021, 189 homes were sold in Princeton, right? For an average value this is everything. This is single family condo townhouse, the whole kit and caboodle, 1.3 million, basically. In 2022, 155 homes closed in Princeton, January 1st through August 31st. Average sold price of 1.438 million. So you can see the trend. Inventory is way compressed. 2023, we went down to 133 homes closed between January 1st and August 31st at a value of 1.542 million, right? Same time block in 2024, we were hoping it would get better, especially for buyers. They're freaking exhausted, right? In 2024, January 1st through August 31st, we went down to 122 homes. So 4 years ago, you had 189 homes for sale, in Princeton, down to 122 in the same time block. That's 60 fewer people that can move into town. That is a problem. And here's the it is staggering. The average sale price, this is everything on the market, 1.774 million. That's a high. So, people are, oh my God, that house reduced their price. Prices are coming down. No, Florida, don't care. Market doesn't care. Just write this down. The market doesn't care. The market's the market. Your job as the consumer is to find the right associate to partner with in your home search. That's your job. So if you're using an associate to buy in Princeton that doesn't know Princeton, I will tell you, good luck. It's a dogfight. So that being said, are there opportunities? Yes, I can tell you that my team, we successfully negotiated over $50,000 in concessions for our buyers in the last 3 days. That's just 2 deals, right? So if you're working with the right associate, you will be okay. It's not going to be easy just because of the little scarcity effect, but you will have a good, sound strategy. So, when people say prices are coming down, well, prices are at an all-time high through 2024. We'll see what happens, but until inventory in Princeton picks up, and it is not, it's the same old story. Does that mean you can overprice your house? Obviously, no. We're seeing prices reduce because sellers overshot the market, right? But fundamentals matter, staging matters, pricing matters, who you work with obviously matters. So that's it for this week's episode of the Wilton Report. We will be back now that it is fall much more regularly. Any questions, please feel free to reach out. And I'll see you, if not around town, then online for the next episode. Thanks, everybody.